Hello to everyone that joined over from TikTok because I'm afraid that it will go away. But now we're here on Instagram. And I did some crowdsourcing to see what other kind of content you guys want to see since there's a few thousand more views. So let's see what you asked. Yeah, so I touch on these a lot in my live stream sessions, but now that we're on here, I can definitely do some longer videos and talk about some of my other favorite anime. They're all up on my website. I put them up there, but I can do some videos about that too. Yeah, so I can definitely share more of my background on that. Comedy is really new for me, and I actually have some interesting things to say about that. So I can definitely do a video about that as well. This is definitely a loaded question, especially if you're black, but I do have some things to say about what it's like to live in the USA right now. So yeah, I'll do a video about that. So the caveat to this is that I am not a mental health professional. I'm not a therapist. I'm not a psychiatrist. And I have PTSD, which is why I talk about it. I don't talk about any other disorders or mental health challenges that I don't have. So, yeah. Again, similar to the last question, I'm not going to really talk about any other mental disorders that I don't have because I am not trained to give any advice on any of the other stuff. I'm really not trained on PTSD either, but I have it, and so I can speak on it. So, yeah. Yeah, I can do this, but I'm definitely taking a break. One of the reasons is because fans have been a little intrusive about asking about it. They've been asking, like, how did you get PTSD? Can you describe your first panic attack? Because I want to see how much more similar I am to you. Or can you talk about your daddy issues? So, and those are really intrusive questions that make me uncomfortable. And I think people can forget that even though you see me, like, on social media, I'm still a person, and I'm a very private person. And so what I share with you is what I am willing to share with you at that time, and it is my choice. Similar to the last few questions about mental health, I will continue that series. I will talk about PTSD as I see it, as I, am familiar with it and I can see it. So I might not see it in other fandoms as clearly. Another misconception about PTSD is that if you go through trauma, then you automatically have PTSD. PTSD is a disorder. So just because you go through trauma, everyone goes through trauma, it doesn't mean that you have PTSD. And so even though there might be trauma in some fandoms and some shows, they're definitely relatable, but they may not have PTSD. And so as I recognize characteristics in other characters like Mirio and Bakugo and Eri, particularly ones that I notice in myself because I have PTSD, I will call those out. And that may not be in every single fandom. This is definitely one that I want to do, especially since I've been meditating on that a lot and just like growing older and lessons learned, and I think this will be really fun to do. I would love to do a video about conversations with my past self. I know a bit about DC Comics. I'm a big fan of the animated movies, particularly like the Batman ones, like Under the Red Hood and The Killing Joke. But I am a Marvel head all the way, and I definitely favor Marvel over DC. So if you see more Marvel than DC content, that's why. I can do some music on here. I do have a separate music account called Nicque.music that I have managed by my label, and so you can go follow that too. That would be great actually if you went and followed that. But I can do some singing and stuff on here as well. So you guys know me from My Hero Academia content, but there are so many underrated animes that I enjoy watching so much that I've been trying to put y'all onto, but I can definitely do a video about that. A lot of 12-episode animes, and I can't wait to share them with you. So my husband and I actually started taping some of our conversations because we talk about some nerdy shit a lot of the time, especially since we work together now at home, and we kind of made a podcast of it. So we could probably incorporate a lot of that into Instagram. So yeah. That would actually be really fun. I'll probably put out another question and answer thing on here to see what movies you want me to review. I might do like Heroes Rising, even though I've done that before. But tell me what you want. Yes, my husband and I actually also started a series but never finished it, where we review pilots of animes. We just watch the first episode and decide whether we want to continue from there or not. And so we can probably continue doing that now, and please give me recommendations. Definitely can do regular vlog stuff. I am not a gamer. My husband is. I am really not a gamer. The only thing that I have played recently is Crash Bandicoot and the most recent My Hero Academia game, and I suck. So yeah. I mean, shit, I like food. Well, now that y'all are on here, this might be a perfect outlet in time to start talking about politics. I'm actually a political science major. I passed with a C+, but fuck it, I passed. And I got some stuff to say. Also, I hate Trump. And you know what? I don't think that I would even want to be president. I know Trump makes it seem like a fucking joke. But for those of us that would actually want to do a good job and actually give a fuck about the American people, that's a lot of work. And I don't know if I'm up for that stress.